Okay. Now, I want to make this follow-up part 2 for a reason. I wanted to give you what I had to say raw. And I wanted to give you the explanations. I wanted to remind you, and the real ones will always know. And that's really who I'm only concerned about, is the real ones. If a fake person can listen to what you say and become a real one and understand, hey, those are called life lessons. So let me just point out these things to you, and I want y'all to understand this. See, Shakur Stevenson whooping Teofimo's ass wasn't payback. It wasn't revenge. Okay? You gotta be a bad motherfucker to beat the racism out of a motherfucker. But that's not what it's about. See, we know a racist don't want to lose to anybody. Anybody that don't look like them. We know that. Especially when they express themselves and do things that they know is offending. Okay? An ethnic group of people to where I don't care. It's funny to me. I'm just going to do it because I want to. Right? So when I see these things, I'm saying, okay, cool. Y'all want to act like you don't see it, or you want to just let it go. Nah. In this era, it's crazy how they try to use the reverse racism psychology on y'all. Somebody fighting against racism is really the racist one. Well, I guess I'm racist because I'll fight that shit until I ain't got no breath left in my body. So at the end of the day, this ain't about blacks versus Latinos. It ain't about black versus white. This ain't about black versus Asian or any of that. That's not. This ain't about. See, him getting his ass whooped, great. I'm glad he got his ass whooped. Got embarrassed and basically, yeah. Now everybody know. Damn, Tio ain't the fighter we thought he was. I mean, he is. You know, the dude. He can fight, but damn, he's really not what we thought he was. We had him on his pedestal. Like, no, another fight that if it didn't happen, a lot of people would have been like, nah, man, Teofimo gonna beat. He gonna beat Shakur. We had a lot of fights that if they didn't happen, people would have went the other direction by a wide margin. This is about respect. This is about principles. This is about integrity. That's what this is. And the fact that somebody know what their words, you know what you're saying is offensive. That would be like, you know, somebody rape your daughter, right? Rape one of your kids, molest one of your kids, and do right? And then sit there and laugh at it, right? And then somebody don't even rape your daughter. I mean, that person's daughter, but just let them know, hey, yo, when I see you, hey, if I see your daughter, I got some words for her. No, now you want to protect her and make sure nobody don't touch her. Now you want to play the victim. But then somebody catch you and beat the shit out you because, hey, man, you out here doing this and that to people, and, right? I'm just saying. That's what people do. They play the victim. I just saw a story about a judge that she retired because she sat there and talked about how she's a new racist. She's all these things she said. Big fat white woman with blonde hair. Yeah, and she resigned. This is something I've been saying to you guys forever, man. Imagine a racist person that's a doctor that purposely go, I'm not saving this mother. I want these people dead. There'd just be one less of them in the world now. Huh? Imagine all these racist officers that purposely pull you over just because. These racist judges that bang that gavel and say guilty knowing that you didn't do this shit. They know inside, I don't think this person did really, but you know what? Hey, I'm the judge. I got the power, and I'm gonna, yeah, whatever. Huh? Those racist school teachers. Huh? That picks on your kid purposely. Your kid can do the same thing everybody else is doing. Little Jimmy does it. He's ambitious, very curious, you know, very energetic. You do it, you're a disturbance, you know, you're very aggressive, you know, and a disruption to the rest of the class. Yeah. Huh? That restaurant owner that don't want nobody there, I don't serve your kind, boy. This has nothing to do with him losing the fight. Yeah, I'm glad he got his ass kicked. Had knots all over. I told you. He needed to leave that fight lumped up and fucked up, eyes shut, busted up. Yeah, Shakur put it on his ass and he did just that to him. But I told you guys, you know, when he first started this shit, him and Ryan, like this ain't about somebody losing a fight. This is really about, like I said, man, respect, integrity. That's what this is about. Principles. This ain't got nothing to do with winning a fight. Now, had he won the fight, even the little fake words, that little fake, you know, my brothers and sisters, that fuck out of here. Nah, he wouldn't have said none of that shit. I saw a guy playing the victim. I saw a guy that was standing there. He was frustrated and he was embarrassed. And he was trying to say something, hoping that you know, he'll get a applause. Yeah, nobody applauded that bullshit he was talking about. People know who you are. You don't just change because you say a few words at the end of an ass whipping. See, his disrespect was way, way louder. You can't make up for all that shit you said by that bullshit that you said in the ring the other night. See, when you are truly sorry about something, you're not concerned about, oh, somebody trying to flip. Nobody trying to flip your words. You say what you say. You do what you did. And everybody knows that. And see, these people play games when they know that you're a buffoon. They know that you're a fucking airhead. They'll play these games with you. This is exactly why everybody that sits here and say anything about, you know, what someone is doing, who someone is, when they say these things, they're looking at you, and you know what they're thinking? They're thinking, hey, you a bitch. You soft. Because you forgive me for the shit that I'm saying and doing. But if it was you saying and doing this shit, I wouldn't forgive you. In fact, I'd be encouraging my people, if we see this motherfucker, let's put hands and feet on him. Yeah, or worse. That's exactly what you get. You wouldn't get a motherfucker sitting up here talking about, yo, I know he called me a spick. You know, he called me all these names, and yeah, he make fun of my people. But he just said to himself, no black motherfucker could say that, and he just trying to sell a fight. Any black motherfucker say that shit, he's a racist. And you know that's what it would be. And you want to know, the thing is, if you stand on principles and morals, you don't base what you do on what other people do. You stick to your guns with what you know is right. The same way, like you imagine this. Just think about this. You know, I don't know how the fuck, even like take Derek James, how Ryan Garcia said all that shit he said, and how Derek James could sit here, look this motherfucker in the eye and train him to prepare to win fights against a black, anybody, especially somebody black. You being black and him saying what he said, but anybody. And if you're going to say, well, you know, that's business, you know, you work with people. I know you try to play these Jedi mind tricks on yourselves. The problem with people is they soft. This is a soft generation, man. And this is why when I hear y'all sitting talking about what Muhammad Ali stood for, yeah, you want to know, I feel like a lot of you motherfuckers are more surprised because you don't have it in you to do the fucking shit that Muhammad Ali did. Bunch of soft sellout motherfuckers. If y'all was in the shoes on the other foot, y'all wouldn't have did what Ali did. Y'all would have, okay, well, I know inside I don't think this is right. This goes against my principles and my morals and my integrity and who I am. But hey, it's what they want me to do, you know, so I'm just gonna do it. You know, people can try to make Muhammad Ali look like he was a racist. They tried to do it. Yeah, you had people, just like in his movie, the shit that happened in real life. White woman walks up to him and asks him for an autograph. Tell him, I want to be there when they bust your guts and split your face. You conceited nigga. If there's a God in heaven, it won't happen, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, but no. Stop that shit. Anybody else, including Teofimo Lopez, including Ryan Garcia, Eddie Hearn had the nerve to open his mouth and say, he's good for the sport. Oh, he's good for the sport because of controversy and it draws attention. That's all people cared about. So, you know, what if one day you had an event that drew a bunch of racist motherfuckers out, that had racist people outside waiting? Because if the wrong person win, we riot. Huh? And what if it was a bunch of gunshots and innocent people got their lives taken all behind racism? You see kids going to school, blowing schools up and setting shit on fire, going to churches, kicking the doors over, unaliving everybody, right? All these things that take place, right? And y'all seem to act like racism don't have nothing to do with any of those things. Like it's just something somebody decided to do. So no, this ain't about, and I want to make this clear, because like I said, I don't give a fuck where you from. I'm telling you, Latino, Asian, black, white, whatever. If you a bitch, and I'm gonna let you know about yourself. Anybody who sits there and scared to put their foot down and act like what came out this motherfucker's mouth, y'all okay with it? Because maybe now y'all feeling sorry for him because he got his ass whooped. I don't feel sorry for that motherfucker, man. You guys say a lot more than that. I guarantee you in your personal life, there's people who you had an actual relationship with that you actually loved or may still love them, but you're cold as fuck to them because it's something they have to say or do first before you can forgive them. But somehow y'all let these motherfuckers come, say what they want to say, sit up on a black podcast, all this kind of shit, come on black YouTuber's channel, and like you want to sit there and let them say what they gonna say and give you some bullshit explanation when you know deep down inside, nah, nigga, you full of shit. I heard what you said. No, but they insult all of y'all intelligence and they stand up there and tell y'all bullshit. I tell you this, and I mean this shit. I mean this. If we're gonna sit here and act like, oh, people just say things, right? Okay, I tell you what. I tell people all the time, since y'all want to keep score, let's count how many black boxers pissed y'all off by saying, I never let a white boy beat me. Now think about the words that they said. I want you to think about the treatment that black people get, the hatred, the racism, all that. I want you to think about that shit. And I want you to count how many black people said what they said. And let's sit up here and count how many white people in high positions and all, that have openly came out and called us nigger, boy, all that shit. When I sit back and watch most black people be submissive, don't want to really engage when it comes to real issues, oh yeah. Yeah, and you know why I say that? Because it won't even be close. It won't even be fucking close. And people that are heroes to you have been nothing but racist, hateful, bitter people towards us. So once you get to the point, like everybody know there's strength in numbers, and when they see these niggas divided, they don't even like each other, what do you think goes through these people's minds? Like I said, we live in a fucking country that we're from, and we got people come to this motherfucker and outnumber us because they unify. Nah, we want to join gangs and talk shit and twist our fucking fingers up and act tough, but everybody that look like you, that's the only fucking people you got heart to even try to get tough with. Just saying, y'all. This ain't about, black versus white or like, yeah, we beat one of them niggas. Nah, this ain't got shit to do with any of that. Like I said, man, this is simply about a motherfucker being disrespectful and then people treating this nigga like what he said and did was, like trying to make excuses for him. Nah. Y'all should let this nigga know, plain and simple. And I'm talking all you fighters that go to gyms with this motherfucker or whatever y'all doing, y'all need to let this motherfucker know, like, yo, Tio, that shit that you say and do, and I'm talking about not standing there with a smile on your face or with your arm around this motherfucker trying to comfort him. I'm saying, yo, y'all, everywhere he go, he need to be reminded of that shit. Because when you can publicly be disrespectful, but then publicly you give some half-ass type of apology, that wasn't no apology, man. I told y'all before, I done seen bitches cheat on a man, seen dudes do the worst of shit to somebody, right? And then pray like, Lord, if I was wrong for what I did, then I want you to forgive me. How the fuck you don't think you was wrong for what you did? If that same shit happened to you, would you been that mad? Yeah, but say less. And that's all I'm saying. This ain't got nothing to do, and that's the whole point. And it's always going to be some racist motherfuckers out there. Many racists. It's always. Because nobody wants to stand up to this shit. And to be honest with you, spearheading this shit in this country is the fucking president. And that's the reason why people feel so bold. But you know what happens? And for all y'all Latinos, I see like a Latino cop pull over this white woman. You want to be white so bad. Help! You're a racist. You're a racist. You're a rapist. You like little kids. They just be sitting there saying a bunch of shit. They be school teachers, nurses, doctors, all that shit. All of that shit. But it's like, no, motherfucker. Your skin might be pale like mine, but you are not one of us. And I don't like the fact that you feel like you got authority over me. Me having to answer to you, that just really fucks with my ego. And the hatred I have inside for you, only because of that badge is why I don't do something physical, because I don't want to get arrested. But I'm going to sit here and make a scene. And you want to know what y'all do? Y'all stand up there, but man, why are you acting like that? But man, nope, y'all don't snatch them out the car, punch them, fuck them up. Nope, it ain't none of that shit. And y'all know that these are facts. So no, we not making this about no motherfucking, oh, it's black people, like Shakur got, no, that's not what this is. Shakur did what he did for his family, for his paycheck. He thanked them for the opportunity. That's what Shakur did. Shakur did his job in the ring. But I'm saying overall, nah, you can't say what you said and then walk away from that shit like, all right, it's over. Nah, that shit, nah. When a person makes change, the first thing you're going to have to learn how to do is change the things about you that are wrong. We live in a society where people are like, I ain't apologize. Shit, I do what I want to do, man. You got the right to, all right, I know. We always had the right to be rude, disrespectful, anything that makes you an asshole. But when it comes to doing shit the right way, nah. And until you pussy-ass black people wake up, too, nah, they're going to keep doing this shit to y'all. They're going to keep doing it. Because the truth of the matter is, their question is like, so what you going to do? That's why they getting bold, walking up to black dudes that, oh, he think he tough, or okay, let me walk up. Yeah, walking up, getting in your face, yeah, till you knock they fucking ass out. But y'all ain't stomping them out and doing all that. Hit this motherfucker, bow. He hit the concrete and was asleep. And I see all this kind of shit happening. Elderly people. At what age do you leave that shit behind? Do you realize, man, we've been assholes all this time? They teach that shit to the youth. And then the youth grow up with that shit. And that's why it will always exist. And when you are seen and viewed as a weak race of people, what's going to change? Nothing. All of the wicked people in the world want everything around them to change, but they don't want to change nothing about themselves. And if you sitting up here thinking, trying to be nice about T.O., no. That's what people like him need. They need to be cold-shouldered, but they need to be put in their place, and people let them motherfuckers know about themselves. Because the change that they making is not for us, it's for themselves. But when you realize you fucked up and you change it, well, then we can all live in peace. But what you can't do is say this shit, we sit there, get bamboozled and believe you. All of a sudden, you get things back in order, you get in a certain position now, you feeling good about yourself again. Now, all of a sudden, you do some more racist shit. Like, I had them dumb niggas believing me. Just like Donald Trump had all y'all, we vote for Trump. Yeah, Donald Trump. Yeah, right? Then y'all, oh, I can't believe the guy lied to us. He deport my sister get deported the very next day. Yeah. And he got on there. They believe me. I had them fooled. Oh, they thought he made fun of all of you. The ignorant blacks, everybody. Latinos, everybody. Everybody. And just so y'all know, a lot of these ICE agents is Latinos. Yeah, they black, they're Asian, they're white. Don't think it. Yeah. Because you want to know why? It's easier for me to find Julio if I got Alfonso over here on my side. Yeah, it's easy for me to find Ming Ching, when I got Chung over here on my, yeah, that's what they do. Stop being fooled by bullshit. And that's what I wanted to get across in this message. This ain't about a fight. It's about principles, man. It's about respect and dignity. That's what this is about. This ain't got nothing to do with, Shakur won, we won. No, we ain't win shit. Shakur won. That he won the fight. But I wanted to make this clear because I want y'all to know I'm not on that petty shit of, you're like, no. That was Shakur's victory. His victory ain't do shit for me personally, other than it was just fun to see Teofimo get his ass whooped. That was it. And now all the racist people, they crossing their fingers hoping somebody beat Shakur. Probably hope that he gets killed in the ring. Because he beat the shit out of their hero. Heroes are always racist motherfuckers to these people. You see this shit. And every time something like that happens, let's be quiet now. That's all I got for y'all. Catch y'all on the next video.